So if there's one way you can tell whether or not you have arrived in your career is when you can go by one name and you don't care. You go by one name and nobody questions the reason why. When you can respond to an email from an external stakeholder, or you can respond to the CFO, the COO, and just say, best regards, Joe, Oprah, Johnson, or knows. That feeling, oh God, nothing beats it. Well, this is very subjective, right? I might come off wrong to you, but I know what I'm saying. So do with this information whatever you wish to do with it. So, one more way to tell when you have arrived in your career, people seek your opinion on matters that do not really necessarily include your job description, right? You see somebody from another department comes to you and says, "Oh, I wanted your take on this. I wanted your 2 cents on this." Or when important decisions are being made, right? People ask, "Have you talked to Tom? Have you spoken to Honorade? Have you talked to Melissa?" Right? Your influence over other departments and people's job is so much, even when you don't share the same job description because of the level of expertise you have. That's a very good pointer, right? People come to you randomly, or people ask people to come to you for your opinion before decisions are made. Yeah, that's where you know you have arrived. So this is number two reason for you to know that you have arrived, right? It goes beyond job description, it goes beyond titles or your level of education, right? It's your skill set. It's so valuable to an organization that they know they need your opinion before decisions are made. So repeat it to me. When people start coming to me to seek my opinion before important decisions are made, I don't blow. So this is part three. Ways for you to tell whether or not you have arrived, whether you don't blow. Opportunities come to you even when you don't chase after them. Recruiters reach out to you externally, right? Because they see the value you give. Or internally, people reach out to you for projects you might not even be interested in. So you don't constantly feel the need to network, to reach out to people, to get involved in projects, but you see that you have so much value to give that they come to you without you reaching out. That's another way for you to know that you have arrived, right? People come to you to seek your opinion on projects, to get you on board on project. Recruiters reach out to you to see if you want to make a move. Basically, you're being headhunted within your organization and externally. I tell you, that's a very good point at that. Yeah. So switching jobs is easy for you, right? You don't constantly feel like you need to plan ahead. No, when you decide to make a move internally to another department, to another group, it's so easy. In fact, people come to you within your organization to try and poach you to come over to their department, right? That's one way for you to tell. Like, look, I am hitting it right in the spot. I am, you know, I don't want to use the word, right? But you know you're doing something right. And so number four is you no longer feel the need to impress anyone, right? You're focused on giving value so much that you don't care who you impress, right? You have made so much impact that you don't feel the need or you're not under pressure to make people feel or see you as being capable or smart. They know what you can do, they know what you can deliver. So that's a good indicator, right? Once you step out of that zone of trying to constantly impress people, impress your colleagues, upper management, like that, just chill. See how I'm chilling? That's how you should be chilling because you don't arrive, right? So you focus more on giving value That's stressing yourself trying to impress people. That's number four. It's a good indicator. Very good pointer. That you have arrived, that you don't blow, like my Nigerians would say. But yeah, that's it. One of the most important reasons people underrate, right? You don't feel the need to impress anyone, right? You don't need to show people how capable you are or try to impress your manager or anyone. They know the value you bring. That was number four. Stay tuned for the last one. Number five will blow your mind away. I am sure you must have heard someone use these words: your reputation precedes you. So when you get to a point where your track record creates trust before you meet someone or enter any room, you've arrived, because you don't feel nerves when you try to present to a board or try to present to senior management. They trust your judgment, they trust your record, they trust your numbers. You have proven track record. Your record speaks for itself. When you get to that point, yeah, you don't turn to a do, right? But this is the point you want to be very careful, right? As much as this is where everyone wants to be at in your career, you want to be careful that you don't become complacent. So that's number five. When your reputation precedes you, track record opens doors, builds trust even before you show up. When people hear you are the one presenting, everyone is calm. It doesn't look awkward when you meet people for the first time when you're trying to present. I've really hoped you enjoyed this series with me. It's a part one to five series. If you've not watched the previous sections, please do. You would find it so much beneficial. And I would always say, like, share, and comment. That's the least you can do for us, right? Peace and love. See you in the next one.